Hey, welcome to Vaco Motorsports Power Hour. I'm Mike Griffith, and for the Kern County Raceway Park segment, I've got Mr. Hughes.
How are you, man?
I am well. How about yourself?
I'm fantastic. Fantastic.
Fantastic. So, you had a little race out there on Saturday night.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. Wheeling night at the races. You know, wheeling's such a big part of the NASCAR landscape nationally, especially on the local level. NASCAR home tracks. They sponsor several different divisions across the United States, but the one that we're involved with is the Wheeling All-American Series, which crowns your state and regional and national champion, and we honor them with a night every year at our racetrack, and was proud to have some representatives from Watco, which is the regional distributor for Wheeling products, and they invited Hall Ambulance out in a suite and showed them some hospitality on Saturday night. Oh, and then we had some great racing as well.
You had some racing. You had some late model racing.
It was good.
So
what? There's three lanes at Kern County Raceway for a late model?
Kind of. That top lane there,
yeah,
that looks a little gray.
Ah, well, it was multiple times that they were three wide through 3 and 4. So
yeah,
and no incidents.
Where you do want to go through, where maybe 3 and 4, not so much 1 and 2.
No, sir. 1 and 2 is not the place to go 3 wide.
No, and the 50 car down low, but
yeah, Trevor Huddleston has been on a great roll. Has only lost 3 events this year, 2 to Buddy Shepard and 1 to Brandon Weaver early in the season. And he came in to Saturday night with the NASCAR National Championship points lead, which is something huge. Him bouncing between, of course, Irwindale Speedway and Kern County Raceway. We got the opportunity to work together with Irwindale this year and not schedule any of our NASCAR late model events on any conflicting dates. So when they're racing down there, no late models at Kern, and when we're racing up here, no late models at Irwindale. So it's allowed him the opportunity to really score some national points. Brandon Weaver doing great as well in the national standings. He finished up second. Ryan Vargas back to Kern County Raceway. I'll tell you, the guy that really put on a great show was the 32 of Kevin Callahan with a 4th place finish in that late model first feature.
And then the second feature, Trevor Huddleston, Ryan Vargas with a 2nd place finish there, and Brandon Weaver. So a little swap there between those two.
Yeah, and that was a great race between Weaver and Vargas. Lasted about 15 of those 30 laps, and it was a good race between those two guys. Callahan with a couple of 4th place finishes, and Jagger Jones, who is Parnelli Jones' grandson, coming home in 5th. Kayla Eshelman, who finished in the top 5 in that first one, was a great run for her. She started on the pole and led about the first 10 laps. So exciting for that young lady racer.
Well, there you go. You also had the street stocks, the super stocks out there. The 24 car back in victory lane.
Certainly was, and what a great battle between the West Coast Wildman Roger Holder and the 57 of Kyle Fife. They were wheel to wheel for those final 6 or 7 laps there, with Holder kind of taking the advantage at the white flag, and Paul Ebersbacher with a great run coming home in 3rd, and then his teammate Greg Puskarich finishing 4th. Rich DeLong the 3rd, coming home in 5th.
So good night out there for the super stocks. Yeah. And then you had the legends again in a familiar. Geez.
Who was it?
Who was it? Gosh.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Same guy. It's like deja vu all over again. Luis Tyrell took the lead and walked away from the rest of the field. Colton Page with a solid 2nd place run. Eddie Garoni 3rd. Braden Rogers back after his back surgery, comes home in 4th, and Josh Ayers finishing up in 5th.
Yeah, so you have back surgery and climb back into a race car.
Yeah, you should. It's a pretty epic scar on his back too. I mean, I think he's got some rods, or they had to do a repair on his back. I don't know if he had scoliosis or what, but it's definitely repaired his back.
It's a road map now.
Yeah, well, he's clear. He's straight as an arrow now, and it was curvy before.
Now it's a straight line highway. It's a drag strip back there.
Absolutely. But so, just glad to see that young man back in a race car.
Good for him. And he had the mini stocks out there again too on the oval.
Yep, breakthrough night for driver of the number 8 car. Brock Mello with his first career victory in the mini stocks. His dad, Brady Mello, finished in 2nd. Defending champion Damian Leininger comes home in 3rd. And with the qualifying points and Brock's win, that puts him in a tie for the lead in the mini stock points chase.
And tied with Damien.
He's tied with Damien. So Damien and Brock are tied for the points lead. Now, last year, 2016, there were 3 drivers that were within 1 point of each other
Coming down to the
final race. So it looks like it's going to be similar to that in the NASCAR mini stocks.
So a good deal there. So that's it. And now the pavement track is dark until August 26th.
That is correct.
So are you going to Europe, or are you going to Japan?
Yeah,
or
that's
what are you going to be doing?
That's funny. We're going to utilize this time to reach out to our partners and really work on 2018. Go talk to some other potential partners and sponsors, and really get a head start on our 2018 season at Kern County Raceway on the asphalt track. And of course, there's going to be some time in there to catch our breath and relax. But our goal for this 4-week period is to really reach out to our current partners that have been so great over the last 5 years, and then really get out and hit the pavement and talk to some potential race sponsors. We're looking to expand what we do out there at Kern County Raceway as far as bigger events in next season, and of course that takes race fans, takes the teams to be on board with us, but it also takes sponsorship dollars and their participation to make all that happen. Big
events. Did you happen to see the Brickyard Demolition Derby?
I did, as a matter of fact. I watched all 6 hours of that. Wow.
Yeah. Now,
wow.
Did NASCAR delay on throwing the yellow on the final yellow?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Hey, I mean, it's
which I'm not saying it was the wrong call.
Yeah.
But you need to be consistent.
Well, I mean, it was
the right call, but boy, it took a long time to throw that yellow when there's a big wreck there.
Yeah.
Long before the.
I mean, we all have our opinions.
And it was dark.
It was the right call.
It was the right call.
If hindsight's 20/20, I mean, what an amazing restart by Casey Kane on that final restart after what we saw happen. On the restart before. I mean, you want to talk about just carnage on that front straight and the cleanup crew. Oh my goodness, that seemed like it took forever.
Yeah, and it's getting darker.
Yeah.
And darker.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I heard some of the commentators say, "Hey, just go ahead and park all the trucks that we can up in the corners and see if we can get this thing done." But real happy for Casey Kane. Talk about a guy that's been on a losing streak since 2014.
Yeah,
going winless. Obviously, one of the top teams in NASCAR with Hendrick Motorsports, and that restart told the story of that race. I mean, he was in command of it. That final caution kind of threw a wrench in his gears, and then that penultimate restart really just, I mean, goodness gracious. But he made no mistake. He hit his marks and was right on that final restart to win the race. So big win for him.
And we'll switch gears right into the dirt track.
Absolutely.
Because, while the pavement track's not running out there for 5 weeks, you've got a little dirt track, a third-mile dirt track, and a race coming up where you've got the B mods with sport mods, pro stocks, hard tops, mini dwarfs, 7:30 Friday, and a little feature I'll have on the hard tops for Friday's paper because I kind of like these guys.
Yeah, they're
cool.
Throwback
to yesteryear. Kind of a cool thing, but the big news is that it's a combination race. Motor City Throwdown. Motor City put up $2,500, and this is the first of 2 weekends where there's $2,500 extra bucks each weekend for the sport mod drivers based on their overall finishes from Friday night at KCRP, Saturday night at Bakersfield Speedway in the motocross style.
Well,
of finishing.
In that format's going to change a little bit. It's going to be a cumulative total of points.
Right.
With the way IMCA works, and Bakersfield Speedway only gets a couple of events per year where they do a draw and redraw. So we've had to rethink the format a little bit. So it's going to be a cumulative total of their finishing points, and we're going to go, of course, the drivers at Kern County Raceway are going to receive their normal track points. We award 50 points to the winner, and then we decrease by 2 points per position all the way back. IMCA gives 40 points for the winner and then decreases 1 point through the field. So what we'll do is we'll award our track points, but then we'll transfer those IMCA style points over to the Bakersfield Speedway for their Saturday night show, with them not allowing or not having the opportunity to offer a redraw. There's going to be some passing points awarded to those drivers that start in the back of the field. So passing points, and then the two cumulative total of the winning points is going to crown a champion, and then all the positions through 20th are going to receive bonus money, courtesy of Motor City GMC.
So a good deal for that. Just the Motor City stepping up and trying to
huge deal.
And rewarding the drivers. So and once again, it's up to the drivers to take advantage of it.
Certainly.
The tracks are running. If you take your car there, you're participating. You can earn a little extra money. If you don't take your car there, it's like not voting.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't gripe.
Right.
Right?
Well, we hope, we're trying to make the fairest way that we can to create a great mini series within the year. Motor City has been a long-time sponsor at the Bakersfield Speedway in their Sport Mod division. John Petrie and his team reached out to us and wanted to do something between both tracks with that division. I think this is kind of a historic deal for both racetracks. So I'm excited about this weekend, both Friday and Saturday.
And a good deal. So you get out there, and the racing starts at 7:30.
Race starts at 7:30. Gates will open at 6. Racing at 7:30.
So hot laps probably around 7 o'clock.
Yeah, right about there. You bet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you for coming in.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you doing this for us.
And we'll see you next week, and we'll talk about dirt track racing.
Absolutely.
And
sounds
what's
like a
coming
plan.
Up, maybe we can get out of you what's coming up next year.
All right, sounds good.
KCRP,
all right, I'll start leaking stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we need some leakers. so you can start leaking some stuff. So. Okay.
All right, man. Thanks.
We'll be back next week with another edition of the Bakersfield Motorsports Power Hour.